Hey y'all, thanks so much for joining me today. If you're new here, my name is Michelle and I'm here to talk about aging as a female and all the stuff that goes along with that. Today, I want to do an update on the ketogenic diet and talk to you about the way I'm doing it and why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. One of the things that we as females, as we get older, we have a harder and harder time losing weight. And part of that is and can be that your metabolism just slows down. I think a lot of us, or speaking for myself, certainly, we're not very nice to our metabolism as we were younger. And so, I did a lot of crazy diets and stuff when I was young and, paid the price. I've paid the price for that as I got older. However, in the last few years, it's not just that I have a slow metabolism. It's like there's something off, right? It's like no matter what I do, I just couldn't drop the weight. As a matter of fact, I did the ketogenic diet when everybody was doing it a while ago, and I did it for months and literally lost nothing. And I wasn't cheating. I was doing it right. I was doing it not only right, but right with whole food and keeping my carbohydrates really, really low. I was doing everything right, and it did not work for me. It just didn't work. It didn't work to create weight loss for me. I think there's other benefits to the ketogenic diet. And this is why I started the ketogenic diet when I did back in October. I started it in mid-October, and I didn't really start it for the weight loss. I started it for other reasons. I lost 9 pounds in the first 10 days, and that was crazy train stuff for me. I don't lose weight like that, and I know you're saying, it was only water. It doesn't matter. I don't drop that kind of weight. I haven't done that in years and years and years. So I really felt like I was onto something and I wasn't really sure what. So that was real incentive, right? And it really gave me this confidence and I really felt really gung-ho. So I dove in. I'd already been doing it, but I just dove in hard, head first. 3 weeks, 3 solid weeks. Carbohydrates super, super low. Fats high. Watching everything because I was so excited. 3 weeks go by and I have not dropped 1 pound. Not 1 pound came off, and so it was super discouraging, and people go, well, measure yourself and all that kind of stuff. I was not losing weight. I was not losing inches. Nothing was happening. It just wasn't happening. And so I talked to my doctor about it. And luckily I have this doctor and he's really, really into this kind of stuff. And he's really working with me with this. And I'm super excited about it. He said that I probably needed to up my carbohydrates, that sometimes women need more carbohydrates for their hormones to function properly. And if your hormones function properly, then you get yourself healthy and you'll drop the weight. So he recommended going up to 50 carbohydrates a day. It was much lower than that, somewhere between 10 and 20. And he told me to give it a try, and I resisted that. I had dropped 9 pounds in 10 days and doing super low carbohydrate, and I was just sure if I just stuck with it, that was going to work. So I gave it another week my way and lost nothing. So that would have been 4 weeks, nothing. And so I decided to do it his way, and I started adding. The only thing different I did was I would add a banana every day. A banana is roughly 30 carbohydrates, and I would add that every day. And the next week when I weighed, I was down. I was down 1.5 pounds or so. I'm so stubborn. And I was like, okay, this is not because I increased my carbohydrates. This is because I did such a good job before and it just finally caught up with me. So I decreased them again. I decreased my carbohydrates back down. for another week to 10 days or whatever, and zilch. Kept the weight off that I had lost. Nothing budged. So I started adding the banana back again, and sure enough, the next week down like a pound. Pound is a big deal for me. Pound's good for me. So that's what I was doing. I had a nutrition consult with my doctor, and I told him these results, right? He suggested that I do something called a 5-1-1. That is 5 days of the way you regularly do a ketogenic diet. 1 day of a 24-hour fast from dinner time until dinner time. And then 1 day of what he calls a refeed. It's not a cheat day. You don't go eat Little Debbie's and candy bars and brownies, but you do refeed and you increase your carbohydrates back up. I do like 100 to 125 carbohydrates on a refeed day. It's not a gorge day, but I do have like some paleo-ish muffins, and or something like that, like more fruit in a smoothie, that kind of thing. I try not to do anything too crazy with it. So anyway, I did start doing that, and I did that all the way up until Christmas Eve. And starting Christmas Eve, between Christmas Eve and January the 1st, or right about in there, we had different foods here. It was still really good nutrient dense foods, but definitely more treat type foods. I definitely ate more of that kind of stuff. I decided to kind of take a breather and do that. And so anyway, come about the 4th or the 5th of January, I thought, I'm going to wait till the end of the month to weigh, because I don't want to be discouraged. And I'm afraid that when I get on the scale, it's going to say something awful. And so I'm just going to wait. So after like January the 1st, I was back onto my 5-1-1 and doing everything right and everything. And then I decided, okay, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and weigh. I'm going to accept what has happened and what I've done, and just go from there. You know, I'm going to see the damage I caused. I'm going to see what it did, and I'm going to go from there. Lo and behold, I had lost 2 pounds. 2 pounds. Sometime between Christmas Eve and January the 5th-ish, I was down 2 more pounds. Anyway, long story, a little bit shorter. I am now down 17 pounds from where I started. And that's not why I started doing the ketogenic diet. I was not doing it for weight loss. It's a lovely side effect. It's a lovely, lovely benefit. I'm so grateful. But the weight loss to me is a way to see that I'm doing what's right for my body. And I'm so grateful, and I'm so excited to have found this and be able to manipulate this in a way that is hopefully doing the right thing for my body, that is showing up in weight loss. So I just wanted to do this video really to be encouraging. If you do everything you can to lose weight and you're doing the right things, first of all, I believe you. It was so frustrating to me to be doing the right things and nothing happening, and people look at you like, oh yeah, I'm sure you are. I believe you. If you say you're doing it, I believe you. You are not getting results for some reason that may have nothing to do with the fact that you are doing the right thing. We have to be able to find what works for us. I could have continued on just doing keto or whatever eating plan I decided, and bumping down the calories and all that. it was not the right thing. I've bumped down my calories before so low that it was not healthy. It was not a healthy amount of food to eat. There was no way I could nourish myself on the amount of calories that I have eaten in the past and not dropped weight. And it's just, I just say all this to encourage you. Don't give up. Don't give up. You can find what you need to do for your body to heal your hormones, which is what I'm trying to do, that's going to make a difference in you. I want to heal my hormones. I want my body to function properly, and I'm so very, very grateful that I've finally found something that is at least working for me now. Maybe it'll work for the weight I'm at right now for a little bit longer. Maybe, I don't know. But this is what I'm doing now, and I'm so encouraged that it is working for me after literal years of things that did not work for me. So this is something that I just wanted to touch on and hopefully be an encouragement. And I would love to hear your comments down below. If you guys have ever been in a situation where you feel like you're doing everything right and nothing happens, or just comment on what I'm doing. Tell me what you think about it. 511, it seems to be working beautifully for me. I don't specifically do it like, it's not like Tuesday is my fast day and Sunday is my refeed day. It's nothing like that at this point anyway. I'm doing it kind of as I feel it, I'm doing it the days that I'm busy. If I'm super busy and I'm not really hungry and I've got a lot on my mind and it just goes from supper to supper, that's my fast day. And then if I have something, if there's some particular food or whatever that I have that we've gotten in our CSA and I want that, like maybe some sweet potatoes or whatever to refeed, then I'll do that as my refeed day. It's just something that I'm so grateful that is working for me. I wanted to know if it had worked for any of you guys. If you guys have ever bumped up your carbohydrates to drop the weight. I'm still in ketosis. I check my ketones. I tend to do better when I'm hovering in the low end of ketosis, like not barely, but certainly not the deep ketosis. Anyway, I would love your comments on it. If anybody's ever struggled with this, or if something like this has helped you, or if you just kept going and if that helped you, or your frustration, any of it, I would love to hear your comments on it. So please leave them below. On this channel, I talk about aging as a female, like I said, and all the stuff that goes along with that. I talk about gray hair. I talk about things that I've tried that I like and things that I tried that I don't like. I have talked about food hauls, and I'm really excited about ketosis and doing the ketogenic diet. I'm really excited about it. Even though I have manipulated it just a little bit, it's still working beautifully with me, and so I'm super excited. If any of this stuff interests you and you haven't already, please click the little red subscribe button, ring the bell, and you'll get notified every time I put up a video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.